What is going on, guys? GregglesTV. This is a review for Tello, which is a prepaid cell phone service that uses Sprint. And I've actually never had, at least from what I can remember, Sprint network ever. I've had friends that had it. I've had family that have had it. And, it's been a mixed bag. I know from some of you guys, you love Sprint. I know some of you guys hate it. And I have friends that love it and hate it as well. And I've, like I said, never really had it before. And this is really the first time I've, used any kind of service that's used Sprint networks. And what I did is this company reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to try out our service? Give it a review. Hell yeah, I'll try it out. I've got an extra phone. I used my Pixel 2 XL, which is unlocked and works on any carrier. You can use iPhones as well and other Android phones. And you can also check your device to see if it will work as well during setup when you're setting up your account. One of the last steps is if you're going to bring your own phone over, it'll ask you to put in your ESN number to verify if that phone can work on their network. Their prices are really, really good. Obviously, you're probably going to want data. So as low as $10, and you'll get 500 megabits of data, all the way up to 10 gigabytes. And I had the 10 gig plan. It was $39. So for $39, I got 10 gigs of data, which if you go over the 10 gigs of data, ends up not charging you more. It ends up just slowing you down to about 2G speeds. And then also unlimited text, unlimited talk. And they pretty much have everything in between. So even if $39 is too much, you don't need 10 gigs, you can still be in like the $15, $20, $25 range per month to get service through this network. So as for, just signing up, it was super simple. You go on the website, because I had to sign up, and because they gave me a promo code. But anyways, I went through the setup. You click join, you put in your name, email, all that kind of stuff. And then you end up getting to a spot where it's asking you to choose your plan. So you can kind of, do I want unlimited text? Do I even need text? Do I even need phone calls? And if you don't need some of this stuff, it drops the price down. And say maybe you just need data, you can just get data, or you just want phone calls, you can just get phone calls. So there's all kinds of mixing and matching of plans with this, like I said. So it gets really cheap or as expensive as $39, which is still really, really inexpensive. And then you put in your phone's ESN number. If you're going to use your own phone, it'll tell you if it'll work or not on their network. Otherwise, you can buy a phone through them. They don't have like some of the latest Androids. Like I think the latest Galaxy phone I was Galaxy S7, but they do have more of the latest Android phones. iPhones. They have iPhone 8. They have also the iPhone 10. So if you want a latest iPhone, you can do that. Otherwise, just bring one of your unlocked Android phones over, and it should work. But you can also double check, like I said. Now, after a few days, they mailed me a SIM card. So it took, 2-3 days to get it. And really, really quick. So I had no problems with that. I popped it into my phone, and I had to go onto their website, logged in with my account that I set up earlier. And I had to put in the SIM card number, and that was it. It was done. And then off and going with the service. So just like in a week, maybe about 5 days, I used 7.44 gigabytes of data. And then it doesn't show me how many text and voice calls, minutes I used. It just says unlimited. So I did do all of that, like I said. So let's talk about each one of those. So for calls, I had no issues at all. I could hear them. They could hear me. Was it the clearest ever? No. Was it the worst I've ever heard? No. But regardless, it worked fine. I made phone calls at my house, out and about, and didn't have any issues. As for texting, again, no issues at all. I can text from my house, out and about, and no issues. People got my text. I sent picture messages. They got those. Again, no issues at all. Now let's talk about data. Like I said, I used 7.44 gigabytes of data. So I did voice calls. I did streaming music. I did YouTube on the go and at my house. I did tons of stuff. So let's talk about video calls, which can sometimes be very, very data consuming and really hurt your quality of video chat. And I want to say that I didn't have any issues. So I drove, I was, other places, I was home, and all my video calls played perfectly fine. Didn't have any issues with anybody. General just data usage, loading videos, loading songs, again, no issues. The only time I ran into some stuff was when I was in buildings at times. So we went to a museum, we went into people's houses at times, and I would get knocked down to 3G. So that was kind of a bummer. So it was like 3G, if you haven't had 3G, especially on a CDMA network, is really, really, really slow. didn't care for that too much. But I didn't get it a lot, honestly. It barely came up. And I was only in San Diego. I mean, maybe this service and maybe Sprint is amazing, like perfect everywhere, that maybe in whatever, Chicago or something, but it's really bad in like Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't know, but just where I used it in San Diego, I have nothing but good things to say about the service. I really don't. I went into this honestly thinking that it was going to suck. Even speeds. I did speed tests, and it actually, more times than not, download speeds anyway, outperformed my AT&T service by a lot. I'd get like 60 megabits per second on my Sprint, and then on my AT&T I'd get like 25 or 30. Upload speeds differently. I was getting faster upload speeds with AT&T. I was getting like 25, 30 megabits per second. And then on Sprint, I was getting, anywhere between 5 and 15 megabits per second, which is still good enough to do video chat and all that stuff. I mean, most of the stuff you guys are going to do is going to be downloading anyway rather than sending. Sending is going to be a big part if you're uploading videos, uploading photos, uploading just a video chat, because video chat goes both ways. You're downloading the data and you're sending data at the same time. But like I said, I walk away with this extremely impressed. Sprint Network impressed me. I mean, I wouldn't say it was the best. I still feel like, even though the speeds are slower on AT&T, I still feel like AT&T is probably a more superior network. But for $39, I didn't have any issues really. I dropped down to 3G a few times. It was, and when it did that, it would be sometimes hard to get whatever I was trying to do to go, like, load a video or upload a photo or upload a video. That was an issue. But, when I moved a little bit or I left the building, it came back to LTE very quickly. So Tello, I would definitely give it a go. $39 basically for 10 gigabytes. Anything over the 10 gigabytes, you're going to be slowed down to 2G speeds. And it goes with the other data plans as well. So even if you only have 500 megabits of data, it won't charge you an overage. It's just going to slow you down in your data. The other cool thing, and I actually didn't get a chance to try this because I don't really know anybody in these countries, you can call with your phone on Tello, you can call phone numbers for free as part of your unlimited minutes in China, Canada, Mexico, and the United States. How awesome is that? That's pretty damn cool. All for $39. That's a single plan. So, one of the other cheaper plans, if you have unlimited minutes, you can do the same thing. Also, tethering. You get free tethering. It comes out of your whole data bucket, but you can tether. Tethering was absolutely fine with me as well. So if you're looking for a prepaid service and you have an unlocked device, or even if it's a CDMA device that was paid off with Sprint, you can use this service. And I mean, if you're in San Diego, I can recommend it. I have no problem recommending it because I know here and where I used it, Chula Vista, where I live, and also San Diego, worked completely fine. So if you want to sign up, I will link it down below, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I'll see you guys down the road. Peace!